Hello and welcome to my channel, Play with Curious Sunshine. My name is Sarah and here we talk all about play. We talk about what it means to be playful, how we can step into a more playful lifestyle mindset, and also how we can use playfulness to apply it to not so great situations. So, happy to be here. And if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to the channel or send this video to someone who you think could use it. All right, so today we are going to be talking about distractions. And are these distractions keeping us from seeing opportunities of play, opportunities for magic, opportunities of synchronicities, anything under that scope? So, yeah, let's dive right on in. So I thought of this topic um every now and then I'll think about, and this is me putting on my tinfoil hat in regards of like, oh, I think that we're able to tap into the collective consciousness, really dive into our extrasensory abilities, but because of all the electromagnetic interferences from like Wi-Fi and all that stuff, it kind of blocks our ability to really tune into ourselves in that extrasensory way. And so we won't be diving into electromagnetic frequencies or anything like that today, but really just talking about the things that we have in our day-to-day lives now that maybe aren't so helpful in regards of us really tuning in to our heart, our mind, and our spirit, and really being able to just feel what's true for us. And so I think for this example, we'll just use phones. We'll use phones for this. And one of the things that really inspired me to just talk about this was like me going on walks. I love going on walks. I always make sure that I'm nearby a park. Wherever if I move or something, one of the main things I look for is like, cool, is this place by a park? Cool, perfect. Because I like walking, I like getting outdoors. But I also am no better than the average person. So I want to get outside and be around the sunshine and the trees. And then like I'm glued to my phone. And so it's like, oh yeah, this probably isn't doing such a great job in regards of the goals that I have for being outside. So maybe you can relate to this. I mean, our phones blocking us from opportunities of play and magic. And it's kind of like, if you're here on this channel, whether it's your first time or many times, this is a realm of whimsy and magic. We believe in synchronicities here. There's no such thing as a coincidence. We are always in communication with the divine, with the universe, with our higher self, with our ancestors. The unseen realm, just because we can't see it doesn't mean that there aren't other ways that we can connect using other senses. And so I view this as like the universe is speaking to us, and like we're just not paying attention sometimes. Like we're on our phones, and it's kind of like trying to have a conversation with someone who has their headphones in and their eyes closed. And like if you just imagine trying to talk to someone like that, and it's only going to get you so far. And I feel like with our distractions that we have on social media, just TV, all the screen stuff, it's kind of like that. So like the universe, God, the divine, our guides, whatever name you want to call it, I feel like there are moments where they're trying to communicate with us, but we're just like, sorry, I can't hear you, can't see you because I'm distracted with my phone or my computer or my video games, whatever. And I mean, we're just naming it. I don't have any like much else other than to just bring it up and talk about it. So maybe this is something, yeah, that resonates with you. And so also it's like without, by granting us space and time to be without electronics allows our thoughts, our ideas, and everything, our feelings and sensations that we feel to kind of hop into our awareness. And I think that's really important because when we're distracted, yeah, it's a nice temporary fix, but the distraction doesn't last forever. And so, where you, when you don't have your distractions around you, are you able to tune into what you're feeling, what feels true to you, and also catch these messages that the divine sends you? Because look, I'm sure half the time we'll ask the divine to give me a sign, give me a sign, right? Is this the right choice for me? And then we're not even paying attention to even see the sign. We're distracted, so we don't even see it. And so I think that it's just something to name. I'm a victim of it myself. I'll, say, give me a sign, and I'll, be in my whole, manifesting, requesting, and then I like go sit in front of the TV and it's like, how am I going to get the answer or the confirmation if I'm not allowing myself to be open through my senses to catch it? And technology and all that good stuff, I feel like it really has a lot of great benefits to making the work we do more efficient, to really learning, to communicating and connecting around the world. But I also feel like everything's good in the right quantities. And so if we're on technology too much, it's misaligning us. It doesn't matter. You can watch all of the meditation stuffs all you want, or, watch all the self help videos and listen to all the things. But it's not like there's only so much that can do without you shutting all of it off and allowing yourself to align to what's true with you and the world around you. And so, yeah, I do think at the level we use technology, and we as in general, how we use technology in a general sense misaligns us from really tuning into the frequency that's going to help us show up as our highest self. Um, and so I think, it all comes down to what frequency do you want to vibrate at? Whether it's a high, I think we all strive to vibrate at the highest frequency that we can. But it's like, how do we then now align ourselves to that? And knowing the things that we do that misalign us from being able to reach that. And missing signs. I mean, I have plenty of examples. I love a good synchronicity. I think they're always fun, and it reminds me that there is magic that exists, even if it's in these small, bite-sized ways. And so there's some examples where, like, I don't even put out an intention. Maybe I'm just feeling upset or something. And I'm just like telling my guides, hey, I'm not feeling the best right now. It'd be really cool if you can give me a sign telling me that things are going to be fine or something like that. And sometimes not even that. Maybe it's just like my energies exuding this essence. And I'll go on a walk and I'll see a truck, like a commercial van that goes by that's like, things are gonna be okay, or like some slogan that's like a slogan but also the right message I need. There was one time I think I was having like a really hard day, and I was like at the grocery store or something, and someone had a jacket that said like, trust the universe, or trust in the universe, everything's gonna be okay. And I was like, thank you. I needed that. And I knew that I wouldn't catch that synchronicity had I been distracted elsewhere. There's also like, there's so many. Like sometimes I'll be thinking something, and as I'm thinking it, I hear someone say it. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And so just, and sometimes it's not even like a confirmation message. Maybe it's just something that makes you happy. And I think that's where this conversation of play comes in. Where like I'll be out walking and I'll see like the cutest house with like fun little decor outside, and it just gives me a little boost of happiness. Or I'll hear children laughing or like singing a song that like takes me back to like nostalgia. And so really just honoring even just things that you can observe and be mindful and catch when you're not distracted. And social media for right now at least isn't going anywhere. So trusting that your feed is still gonna be there. Give yourself time away from it and take a break and um see what messages come to you, what realizations come to you through this. And yeah, I also think of like, what was that one? I really liked that app. It was kind of, I think it was kind of problematic. What was it? Randonautica. It was very popular in like during the pandemic because everyone was going outside walking because we couldn't go anywhere. And what I really loved about that was it was a mix of tech and magic, which, everything's numbers, I think, with that. So, anyways, what I really loved was that like you set an intention with the app and then you go and you walk and then you see what comes up for you. And I don't honestly don't think that, I mean, I think that we could do that just in our own way of really setting an intention while we go do something, put our phones away and just allow ourselves to be present in the moment and see what comes up for us. So, my invitation to you is to try that. Take a walk or go outside and have a smoothie or an apple or something and just feel how it feels to just not have a screen in front of you. Easier said than done because I also think that a lot of folks are addicted to their phones. So take that with what you will. But I do invite you to set an intention, go outside, and see if an idea pops into your head, a feeling comes over you. Someone in a commercial van drives by with the exact message you need, or you overhear a conversation that also is on track with something that you could find useful. Not to say eavesdrop, but our ears catch things when they catch them for a reason. So yeah, technology is great, but sometimes it gets us off track with our connection with our higher selves and the divine. So cool. Now let's move on to the play philosophy of the week. So this week's play philosophy is, what do you create in your life? We're all creators, right? Being a creator isn't just for artists. Um, as humans, one of the things really that really make us human is our ability to create. So as you move through the week, I invite you to assess and be mindful and pay attention to the things that you create. And it doesn't necessarily have to be art, it could be moments. What moments do you create for yourself? What feelings do you create for yourself? What memories do you create for yourself? Yeah. How are you a creator of your own daily life? It could be, what do you create for food? What do you create as sense of reprieve? Do you create a space ritual of rest? Do you create opportunities to have great memories? Whether it's planning something fun with your family or with your friends, but do you allow yourself space to even create an opportunity for joy, to create an opportunity for play, to create an opportunity of anything that you need that can help you bring balance to your life? So, yeah, what do you create? We're all creators, so what do you create in your life that brings you whatever you need? Cool. Now we'll move on to this or that. And so this or that is a segment of these videos where we dibble dabble in chance, in the playfulness of chance, um, trusting that the choice we make is gonna hold some sort of message, some sort of sign that we need in our day-to-day life. So how this goes is that I hold up two hands, because that's all I have is two hands. I hold up my hand, and then you pick one, and then I reveal what each hand was representing and some symbolisms within that. The symbolisms that I proclaim could be useful to you, or it could just be something unrelated to that you're like, oh, that was it. That was the sign I needed. So let's get into it because I'll keep rambling. So we have this hand, the right hand, then we have the left hand. So take a second and pick a hand. Did you pick one? Don't think too hard. Follow your intuition. Pick which one first stuck out to you. It's a little exercise in intuition. All right. So if you picked this hand, you get daytime. And if you pick this hand, you got nighttime. So as we can see here, we have a duality. We have we're playing with duality in this one. So if you pick daytime, this is something that, you know, the sun's out during the day. This is very active. This is a very busy time for creatures that are awake during the day. Maybe you're a daytime person. Maybe you thrive during the day. Maybe it's an invitation for you to get out and get some sun. Maybe it's something where you're shining a light on everything so you can see all the things, even in the shadows. So maybe you're shining a light on even the shadow aspects of yourself. Maybe it's also, we're also in a time where there's more daylight, and so maybe honoring the ebbs and flows of the seasons, the planetary shifts, and honoring all of the daytime that we get during this time. I don't know where you are if you're watching it, but here in Colorado, the sun, there's still a little bit of lightness at like 9, which I love. I'm a summer girly. I love the summertime. I love the sunshine. It makes me so happy. And maybe happiness is something, inviting you to create moments of sunshine in your life. Maybe wearing yellow. I'm wearing yellow. Maybe wearing some bright sunshiny colors would be helpful for you. What else about the daytime? Shine bright like a diamond. Maybe you gotta shine bright. How can you be the sunshine in your life and shine bright and boost the mood of other people? Because times are not great, though times were hardly ever great. But maybe you have the emotional capacity to be a shining light to other people. Everyone needs a little boost of joy every now and then, and maybe you hold that. So, yeah, sunshine, the daytime. Yeah. Okay, so nighttime. So, if you chose this hand, this is nighttime. The nighttime is beautiful. The nighttime, we can see all this. The nighttime shows, I think, is the best example of showing us and helping us remember that we're on a floating ball in the middle of space, in the middle of the universe, and really helping us zoom out. So um, maybe you could zoom out a little bit, and we get too caught up in the weeds with like day to day life, and it's easy for us to get stressed. But then when you zoom out and you're like, oh, we're just a floating ball in space. Maybe that's a perspective shift that helps kind of take a load off your shoulders and really, see the bigger picture in life. Also, in the darkness, you can see the light, which is why we see the stars. So maybe there's this idea of like, can you be a shining light in the middle of the darkness, which is really hard work. But really seeing if you could even see moments of lightness in your darker moments, because they're always there. The light moments are always there, which is why I champion play so much, because play can show up for us in those dark moments and really help get us out of there. Because the last thing we want is to float off into space and be in the dark abyss of our emotions. No, no, no. We want to eventually climb out of those dark moments and find a level where we can be like at our most optimal, leveled, balanced self. Also, I got to see Venus and Jupiter outside my door, outside my window, and that was really nice. Like these, like over the weekend. So maybe there's something for you with planets, maybe particularly Venus and Jupiter. Maybe go stargazing. There's plenty of, well, there can be plenty of places where you can stargaze, going out away from all the light in the city, just looking at the stars, see how many constellations you could find, grabbing a telescope or taking a trip to your nearest observatory and looking at the stars that way, and just maybe even learning the stories about how the constellations got their name and the stories. All the stories are always so interesting. I love stargazing. Me and my stepdad used to do a lot when I was little, and I have a little telescope over here on my left side. And so I love stargazing. I think it's nice, and there's something magical about looking at the stars. Thinking about promise and imagination and hope and the things that stars and the universe symbolize can be helpful for you. So yeah. And the moon. The moon's beautiful. Maybe looking at that. We're into astrology, checking out your sun and the moon signs and seeing if there's anything that pops out with that. Maybe both, right? Maybe something that's like that can help you in this moment is also looking at the duality of your life, looking at the light and the dark, and knowing that we need both. We can't appreciate the sun if we don't get to experience the night, and vice versa. So really looking at what what dualities exist for you and how you can honor both of them in your experience. So yeah, that will conclude today's video. Thank you for watching, and as always, thank you for playing.